Hello and welcome to my report on my tour of the Tesla Gigafactory on September 22nd, 2017. I want to be very specific about the date because things are changing so fast with the factory building itself and the products built inside that this really only represents a snapshot in time. In a year, everything will be different. Normally, I believe in achieving things in life that you work hard for, but occasionally the universe smiles on you and drops something into your lap that you just can't pass up. This is one of those rare times for me. Through a friend of a friend, I've been invited to take a tour of the Tesla Gigafactory located just outside of Reno, Nevada. Tesla announced this $5 billion project partnering with Panasonic to make batteries for Tesla cars back in November of 2014, a short 3 years ago. Construction began and the first phase of the building was opened in July of 2016 with just 14% of the final space in operation. Tesla has since announced that Powerwalls and Power Packs will be constructed there, along with Model 3 motors and drive units. When complete, it'll be the largest footprint building in the world and will produce more lithium batteries in 1 year that were made in all of 2013 worldwide. And to quote Elon Musk, in fact, the exit rate of cells will be faster than bullets from a machine gun. This is not a small effort, folks. He needs batteries for over 500,000 cars a year, and this will be just the first Gigafactory in a larger worldwide plan. Okay, let's start the trip. Since the Gigafactory is basically one massive trade secret by Tesla and Panasonic and its other business partners, I wanted to talk for a second about confidentiality. It's common knowledge that you have to sign an NDA when you go to the factory in Fremont, and it's the same thing here at the Gigafactory. I also explicitly asked our tour guide not to tell me anything that was confidential so that I wouldn't be confused by something that was already publicly known and something that she was telling me in confidence. So everything I say here is already public knowledge, which she either discussed or confirmed. So I explicitly asked for a copy of the NDA so I could take it home and read it to make sure I was not disclosing anything that I should not be. Okay, here we are in the central coast of California. You can just see the ocean through there. Getting ready for a 7-hour drive to Reno, stay overnight, and then our tour at the Gigafactory. So, cross your fingers, everything turns out okay. The drive went well until we turned east from Sacramento towards Reno. We went up into the Sierra Nevada mountains and it started to rain. Then it turned to hail. Then it turned to snow. Then it turned into a blizzard with about 100-foot visibility. Then it was lightning and thundering. This is technically called thunder snow, which is awesome. And it's only mid-September. This is all happening right at the Donner Pass, where the Donner Party resorted to cannibalism in 1846 when blocked by snow on the way to California. Luckily, we had a cooler full of Diet Coke, crackers, hummus, and M&Ms, so things didn't get that far. Welcome to Reno, Nevada. Oh, I hope I'm saying that right. It is the morning of the visit to the Tesla Gigafactory, and it's a brisk 8 degrees science, or that translates to about 46 Fahrenheit. This is Nevada. It's supposed to be scorching hot with coyotes and roadrunners running around, but there's actually snow up in those mountains, and that's what we drove through last night. But today it's bright and sunny and beautiful, and as luck would have it, I'm surrounded by Teslas. Everything is good, so we're getting packed up in the hotel to go off for the tour. Our tour guide was the original project manager for the Gigafactory from the very first shovel of dirt. She has since moved to another job in the energy side of the company, but still comes up to give tours. The tour we're getting today is the standard one given to government agencies and utilities that are looking at bringing in large amounts of battery storage. It's also available for Tesla business partners who are going to do significant amounts of commercial and residential battery installations. As you can see from the map, the Gigafactory is about 23 miles from the center of Reno. There's one highway to get there, and this has caused some issues when there's a crash on the highway or wildfires burning nearby. But Tesla's working with local transportation agencies to explore other forms of transport to and from the city. As we pull to the security gate, our guide tells me that the booth has solar on the roof and a power wall for its electrical and heating and cooling needs. We're just at the front gate, and it's already awesome. We pass about a dozen construction trailers as the factory is still less than half complete and construction is continuing on at a very rapid pace. We drove through to the temporary parking lot, and I was struck by the sheer size of the facility. The parking area we stopped in will soon become factory floor, and new parking will be pushed farther out. I immediately spotted a Model 3 in the next space, plugged into a supercharger. It's VIN number 175 in blue with the Aero wheel covers. This is my first sight of a Model 3 in person, and the car looks amazing, the wheel covers less so. We walked into the 3-story high lobby, and I saw the check-in desk and a massive wall of green plants, which is apparently the largest living wall in America. Nothing is small in the Gigafactory. I spotted another Model 3, this one in red and gorgeous. It's VIN number 17, so it's one of the first hand-assisted builds off the assembly line. Sorry for the reflection off the window. I couldn't see anything inside. I read and signed my NDA, and then we went to look at the site plan, with the black line showing the current extent of construction. The plan to have the hillside full of wind turbines has been cancelled. They want to retain the natural look of the area and have determined that they'll be able to get to a net zero energy system with only the roof covered in solar modules. She then walked us through a detailed architectural model of a slice of the factory. The bottom floor is for incoming material, which is then prepared for further work. Second and third floors are cell production, cell forming, where they slowly charge the battery and the internal chemistry settles down. Pod assembly, which are the black modules that one goes into a power wall, and a number of them go into a power pack. Model 3 battery pack assembly, and Model 3 motor assembly complete the production of the building. Finished goods ship out back down on the first floor. Everything goes out by truck now, but they're looking at bringing in the existing rail line to the building and then going directly to Fremont from there. HVAC and all cabling is suspended from the ceiling of the top floor to keep the roof absolutely clean for future solar installation. There's a large LCD screen showing all energy flow through the factory with approximately 7,000 kilowatts of total consumption. It also tracked the chiller, heater, and compressed air systems. We entered the doors to the production facilities, and of course there's no photo or video recording allowed, so try to use your imagination. Again, my descriptions are non-confidential, and the photos that I'm showing are not mine, and I've given credit. We entered a very large open construction office with hundreds of people in rows and rows of open-air desks, lots of hard hats and day-glow orange vests. This is the main construction area, as construction is running along at a fevered pace. We then walked into a display area showing a battery pod, which is the single battery module that goes inside a power wall, and 16 of them are racked up inside a power pack. There was also a power wall, power pack, and the refrigerator-sized inverter that goes along with the solar and a power pack system. Signs on the wall showed off the American Samoa, Hawaii, and South Australia projects, which are now using this equipment. I asked about delivery time for a power wall, and she said it was about 2 months, which fits in well with the timeline of the installation of a residential solar project. You have the sales process, site review, materials ordering, design, permitting, and construction. So if you order a Powerwall now, it's probably going to show up just about the time that it's needed in the construction process. We took stairs up to the next level to an engineering office, again with rows and rows of open plan desks. Through a glass wall, we saw a small robotic line where battery cells were running through a quality assurance test. This is our only real factory-like view on the entire tour. We entered a hallway with huge solid white walls, 4 stories all the way to the ceiling. On the right side was part of the Panasonic cell production area. Tesla and Panasonic are partners, but Panasonic has machinery and staff on site dedicated to cell production. Of course, everything is designed to Tesla's specifications, and they work together to improve the chemistry, cost, and speed of production. We wrapped up in the lobby again. The time flew by, and we only saw a tiny fraction of the whole operation. I was surprised we weren't driven around a bit in an electric cart like you get with the tour in the Fremont car factory, but I suppose they're trying to keep as much as possible under wraps. As we walked back outside to go back to the hotel, I spotted another Model 3, this one in silver, VIN number 180. Really love those wheels. We unplugged from the supercharger and drove back into Reno. Okay, well, we're back from the tour of the Gigafactory. The white one was our chariot that took us over. It's actually kind of an engineering test mule with some extra fancy stuff in it. But we think we're going to head back to California because the weather says the Donner Pass is okay today, but the clouds are rolling in and I have my doubts. So we're just going to head out. But I need to madly type up everything I still have in my head from the tour, but I'm so thankful for the opportunity to see that building and all the people that work there, and the passion and energy that they're doing into batteries and cars and making the world a better place.